morning, Lavender group. How are you all today? Does anybody know what day it is today? It's Wednesday today. Are you ready? Today is Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, Wednesday today. Now what normally happens on a Wednesday at school? It's library day on a Wednesday. Normally you get to choose a book from school and you get to take it home and you get to read it with mom and dad. Now we can't do that, but maybe what you could do today or tonight is to choose your favorite book, the book you love the most in the whole world, and mommy or daddy could read that one to you before you go to bed tonight. Maybe you can send me a picture of what your favorite book is. I'd love to see. Lavender group, yesterday we did a little poem about 5 acorns and a squirrel. And this little squirrel came along and he collected the acorns. We're going to do it again today, and I want you to try and join in if you can. So if you can remember any of the words, then join in. Okay, and we're going to use our hands. So we've got 5 acorns on this hand. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to use our other hand, our Peter Pointer, to be our little squirrel. Okay, are you ready? 5 little acorns lying on the ground. Along came a squirrel, looking all around. He picked up an acorn on his way, took it to his hole and hid it away. 4 little acorns lying on the ground. Along came a squirrel, looking all around. He picked up an acorn on his way, took it to his hole and hid it away. 3 little acorns lying on the ground. Along came a squirrel, looking all around. He picked up an acorn on his way, took it to his hole and hid it away. 2 little acorns lying on the ground. Along came a squirrel, looking all around. He picked up an acorn on his way, took it to his hole and hid it away. 1 little acorn lying on the ground. Along came a squirrel, looking all around. He picked up an acorn on his way, took it to his hole and hid it away. No more acorns left. I think he's collected them all. He's going to bury them in his hole. Well done if you remembered all the words. Keep on practicing and hopefully by Friday we'll know all of the words and we can say it all together. Right, Lavender group, I thought today we'd talk a little bit more about autumn, and I've got a picture that I would like to show you. Let me get it. Here we go. Can you see what that animal is? You must know what this animal is by now. This is a squirrel. That's right. Let's have a look at him. I can see his bushy tail over here. I can see some bright twinkling eyes. I can see 2 pointy ears. I can see his little claws. And what do you think they are holding? They are holding a nut. That's right, because we know that squirrels love to eat nuts. But do you know that's not all they eat? Not at all. They also eat the bark off trees, and they also eat berries. Isn't that interesting? Do you know where they put those nuts? Does anybody know? They put them in a hole, that's right. And that hole is in a tree. So they find a hole in a tree and they collect the nuts on the ground, and then they scamper. Remember that word, scamper? That means they're moving very quickly. Scamper up the tree to their hole where they hide their nuts and also where they sleep. So they like to sleep in holes in the trees. And squirrels have got eyes that work really, really well. Their eyes work really well, and that's why they can find so many nuts on the ground. Can you blink your eyes for me like that? Show me how your eyes work really, really well. That's good. Well done. So that's about our squirrel. Oh, I've got another little creature here, another picture. Oh my goodness, does anybody know what this creature is? Oh, he looks very interesting and very cute. Does anybody know? He's a hedgehog. That's right. Isn't he very, very sweet? Oh, hedgehogs like to live in hedges, isn't that funny? And in bushes. Now, the squirrel had eyes that worked really, really well. Oh dear, not the hedgehog. The hedgehog's eyes don't work very well, but he has the most fabulous snout. That is a very funny word. What is a snout? Well, a snout is another word for a nose. Here we go. Here is the hedgehog's nose, but it's not a nose, it's called a snout because it's a little bit longer and a little bit pointed. And he uses that snout to snuffle, listen to that word, snuffle around in the ground to search for his food. And it goes a bit like this. When he's snuffling for his food. And do you know what hedgehogs like to eat? Oh, things I don't think I'd like to eat. Worms, and caterpillars, and other sorts of insects. That doesn't sound like my best food. But that's what hedgehogs love to eat. So they use their snout to find their food because their eyes don't work very well. You know something else about hedgehogs? They are nocturnal. That's a very funny word. Let's clap that word. Nocturnal. Does anybody know what nocturnal means? Nocturnal means that you sleep in the daytime and you are awake at night. And that's what hedgehogs do. They have a nice long sleep in the daytime when we're very, very busy. And then at nighttime when we go to sleep, they wake up. And that's when they look for their food. Have you noticed something else about this hedgehog? What is he covered in? What is he covered in? They look like spikes, don't they? They do look like spikes. And those spikes on the hedgehog keep him safe. And do you know what hedgehogs do when they get a fright? When they get a fright or they're feeling very scared, they curl themselves up tightly into a little ball like this, just to keep themselves safe. Isn't that interesting? Right, so we've spoken about a squirrel and we've spoken about a hedgehog. Now, if you had listened to the story that I read you yesterday, there was another animal that I spoke about. And that animal's very big, very, very, very big. And I said that he does something quite interesting during winter. He hibernates. Can anybody remember what animal that was? It was a bear, that's right. Now, we don't get bears where we live, but in some parts of the world, you do get very, very big bears, just like our song that we sing, the Big Black Bear. And bears love to hibernate. That's another long word. Hibernate. And can anybody remember what that means? It means that they go to sleep for the whole of winter. So in autumn time, they get ready. They collect lots and lots of food and they find a very nice place to sleep. Bears like to sleep in caves and they put lots of leaves in their caves. And then they get ready and they collect and they store and they eat lots and lots of food. And then in winter time, they hibernate. They sleep through the whole of winter and wake up again in springtime when all the flowers and plants start growing again. That's a bear. And then also in the story yesterday, right at the top of the page, I said there was something in the sky. There were some birds. And does anybody remember what those birds were doing? They were definitely flying, because that is what they do in the sky. But they were flying to a place where it is warmer. Some birds don't like to stay when it is cold. And we know that in autumn, the weather starts getting a little bit cooler. We start wearing longer t-shirts, maybe a jersey. So those birds don't like it when the weather gets a bit cooler. And so they fly to a warmer place and they have a lovely time in the warm sun. And then when it gets cooler there, then they fly to another place where it's warmer. And that is called migrating. Goodness, we've learned a lot of big words today. We've had migrating, we've had hibernating, we've had snuffle, we've had snout, we've had scamper, goodness, those are big words. I hope you're going to try and remember them. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can remember those 4 creatures we spoke about. And then I thought we would try and move like those creatures a bit, just to get our bodies up and going. So let's see if we can remember what those creatures were. We had a squirrel, we had a hedgehog, we talked about a bear, and we talked about some birds. Okay, now what I want you to do is, if you're sitting down, I want you to stand up. I'm going to stand up. Right, there we go. My body all loose. And we know that squirrels love to collect nuts. So we're going to pretend to be a little squirrel. We've got some little claws in the front here, and we've got a bushy tail. Show me your bushy tail. Give it a swish. Oh, it's so lovely, your bushy tails. I love them. Good swishing. I've just spied some nuts. Come on, squirrels, let's collect our nuts. Quickly, collect as many as you can. Pick them up with your claws. Where are we going to put those nuts? We've got to put them in our hole, in our tree. Can you remember how squirrels move? They scamper. Let me see you scampering up your tree. That's right. Find your little hole and pop them inside. Well done. Oh, you're a great squirrel. Now, hedgehog. That was our next one. Can you remember the noise that the hedgehog makes when he's looking for his food? Remember, his eyes don't work very well, so he uses his snout and he snuffles. I'm going to go down like a little hedgehog, because hedgehogs are small, and I want to hear you snuffling. Snuffle, 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 snuffle. But you know what? You get a bit of a fright. So what do hedgehogs do when they get a fright? They curl into a ball. Can you curl into a tight little ball for me, Lavender Group? Curl, curl, curl. Very nice. Well done. Okay, what was our next creature? It was a bear. That's right. Now, I know that we have already moved like a bear when we did our movement ring. So I know you remember. So we're going to go on all fours to be our bear, and we're going to lumber along, walk very slowly, and look for a cave. And then we're going to lie down in our cave. So this is my bear. I'm a big bear, and I'm walking. Lumbering. Very nice, big slow movements. Oh, I've spotted a lovely cave. I'm going to go inside my cave, and I'm going to get ready to sleep, hibernate. Very nice. And our last creature with the birds. Oh, this is very easy. We've also done birds before. Nice and tall, spread your arms out like wings. Oh, it's getting a little bit chilly here. Shall we fly to where it is warmer? Let's fly. Gliding and flap your wings a bit and fly. Oh, you were so brilliant. Well done. Lavender Group, we're going to end off with our song about the big black bear, which I know you remember because we sing it often when we're sitting on the steps for story time. So you have to curl up like a big black bear. Are you ready? Let's curl up. The big black bear, the big black bear is sleeping in his cave. The big black bear, the big black bear is sleeping in his cave. Please be very quiet. Shh. Very, very quiet. Shh. If you shake him, if you wake him, he'll be really mad. Rah! Woo! Those were loud growls. Well done, Lavender Group. Thank you for listening so nicely to our ring, and I will see you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.